Hi everybody. Here is a little bit about October vocabulary words. And just like the last time we went through, you'll notice that you've got the word and the pronunciation in this far left column. A student-friendly definition, which should be easy to understand. And then I'm going to talk through kind of the explanation as if I were teaching right in the front of class. So you can record whatever you want on your screen in my explanation in my own words, and then you'll finish up after this video is over by completing and either sketching with Google Drawing or finding an image to remind you of this word. Okay? So first we've got lofty. If someone has lofty ideas or lofty goals, they are really impressive. They want to accomplish a whole lot of stuff. Okay? And this is usually meant to show approval. So, for instance, if I have a lofty goal that I'm going to get a 4.0 this trimester, I know that that's not easily attained, and so I've got to set my sights awfully high. If something is intimate, it could be a setting that is a place where you would feel comfortable, or it could be a relationship that's incredibly close, like your best friend or maybe your boyfriend or girlfriend. When you feel intimately about someone, it means that you trust them and they're kind of like in your inner circle. Next word is potency. Okay, potency is the idea that is a noun, and it means that whatever has potency is potent. And so it's the power that something has to influence people. When we think about like the potency of an argument in a courtroom, if it was a really potent argument, it was very convincing and the jury is absolutely going to believe whatever that lawyer says. Thinking about like the potency of medicine, if it's a strong dose of medicine, you would say that medicine has a lot of potency to it. Next word, evident. If something is evident, it is an adjective that would describe something that is easy to see, to notice, or to understand. So when you walk outside on a cold day, the fact that my nose starts running and my cheeks get chilled and red, someone would look at me and say, well, it's evident that it's cold outside. To convey something means to communicate or express it with or without using words. So for instance, I could give you a look, a teacher look, that would show you that I am trying to convey my disapproval in whatever you're doing. Shoot daggers at you with my eyeballs. In a speech that I might be giving, if I was running for class president, I would want to convey my dedication to my class. Okay? Either way, whether I'm speaking or whether I'm not, I want to get a point across, and so I will convey my point. A treatise. Treatise was another word that you found on vocabulary.com. And a treatise is like a serious paper or a serious book on a particular subject. So, for instance, a treatise on governmental politics. It's a serious topic and it's written in depth. An axiom is a rule or a principle that's generally considered to be true. Okay, so for instance, the golden rule, do unto others as you expect others to do unto you, is an American axiom that we respond to. We believe that that is true, and it's a pretty good rule for how we should treat one another. Okay. Next word, to object. Now notice the pronunciation guide here Object is the way we pronounce the word when we're using it as a verb, okay? To feel or say that you oppose or disapprove of something. Obviously, you know that spelled the same way, object is a noun, but that's not what we're talking about here. So for instance, if I disagree with a punishment that my mom was giving me, I say, you know what, I object to what you're trying to do here. You didn't see it, and I think this is unfair. I object. Next word, to acquit. This is another verb, and typically we hear it in a courtroom, but we could use it outside the courtroom too. It's to give a decision where you free someone up of guilt. Okay, so formally in a court of law, a judge might rule to acquit the defendant, saying he is not guilty of all charges. Next word, converse. Okay, the converse is the opposite of something. For instance, in a debate, you would have one side represent their case, and then you would hear the converse of that, where the other side would give their take on this. Sometimes you hear it pronounced the converse effect. Really, you could kind of go either way. Disposition. A person's disposition, a person's disposition is a particular type of personality, okay, a set of personality traits which makes someone likely to behave or react in a certain way. So for instance, if I have a sour disposition, it means that I look really bitterly at the world. Nothing's going to please me today. I've got a sour disposition. I'm just over it. The next word, condemn. If you condemn something, you say very strongly that you do not approve of it, or something, you do not approve of it or someone, particularly because you believe that they are absolutely wrong. I'm going to condemn their behavior. I'm going to speak out against people who are burning crosses with the KKK. I think that's absolutely morally wrong. I condemn them. It's a very strong showing of disapproval. Next word, amenable. Amenable is a really great adjective that describes a person's willingness to accept what someone says or does without arguing. So if you're in a group project and you're all working together, you would hope that everybody would be amenable to people's ideas on how to move a group project forward, for instance. Next word, confer. To confer, using that same example from amenable, you would confer with your group members about a strategy to execute your project. This means that you discuss something with other people so that people can reach consensus and express their ideas and then come to a conclusion altogether. Last word, allure. Okay? The allure of something. This is a noun. It's a mysterious or exciting, desirable quality. So when we think about when we develop a crush on someone, we might find that crush to be particularly alluring. But even stuff like extracurricular activities, we don't want to date the extracurricular activity, but we could see the allure of going out for cross country, for example, if you're looking to stay in shape and meet new friends. Okay? So, looking over these 15 words, you should be able to fill in your explanation in your own words, and that's what I expect to have done by the end of the period today. And to work on some sketches or diagrams to help with those words too. Remember, when you click on the Quizlet link and follow the link to Quizlet, here are everything that we need there, and it might help to start studying flashcards so that you are prepared for the test at the end of October.